Lea Michele remembers fashion, grief, and love, a tribute to Cory Monteith 12 years later. 12 years after the tragic passing of actor Cory Monteith, Lea Michele continues to honor his memory, not just as her co-star on Glee, but as her partner and a pivotal part of her personal journey. During a recent appearance on Gloves Off with Nikki Campbell on June 12th, the actress reflected on a cherished moment the two shared together at the Met Gala, giving fans a rare and heartfelt glimpse into their relationship. Lea Michele, now 38, opened up about the experience with fondness and bittersweet nostalgia, describing a magical evening that she and Cory shared at one of the most exclusive fashion events in the world. "This was my second Met Gala where Cory and I went together," she began, her voice carrying a mixture of joy and reverence. "It was so exciting that we could both go." She went on to note how unusual it was to bring a date to the Met Gala, emphasizing just how meaningful the night was for her. "You know, you're not really allowed to bring anyone to the Met," she admitted. "But we got to go together, and it was so much fun. It's one of those memories that you look back on and just feel lucky to have had." The actress, who rose to international fame as Rachel Berry on Glee, described the night as a surreal, dreamlike experience. "It was one of those moments where we looked at each other and said, 'What are we doing here?'" she said with a laugh. "We were these uncool kids, these two people who just kind of stumbled into this glamorous world, and suddenly we were standing among fashion legends, movie stars, icons." It was a rare moment of lightness during what has often been a difficult journey for Michele, who has spoken more openly in recent years about the emotional toll Cory's death took on her. Monteith, who was just 31 years old when he died from a heroin and alcohol overdose in July 2013, had been struggling with substance abuse issues for years. His sudden passing shocked the world and devastated the Glee community, especially Michele, who was not only his on-screen love interest but also his real-life partner. In another recent appearance, this time on the Therapist podcast on May 8th, Michele offered a more intimate look at how she coped with grief in the immediate aftermath of Cory's death. She described how, in a cruel twist of irony, her own home in West Hollywood became a stop on one of the city's infamous Hollywood tour bus routes. "I had a tour bus that would go past my house," she recalled. "You could literally hear them on the loudspeaker saying, 'Lea Michele, Rachel Berry from Glee.' But what hurt the most wasn't just the unwanted attention. It was the fact that they often played her signature musical number, 'Don't Rain on My Parade,' as they passed, turning her private pain into a public spectacle. It became part of the tour of people who have died," she said quietly. "And after everything happened, this bus would still come by. I would be sitting in my living room, grieving, and I'd hear the song playing through the window. It was surreal and cruel at the same time." These raw and honest revelations showcase just how far Michele has come in her journey through grief and healing. While the world may remember Monteith for his portrayal of the lovable and musically gifted Finn Hudson, Lea remembers him for the man he was behind the scenes: kind, gentle, funny, and endlessly supportive. Their love story, which blossomed during the filming of Glee, had captured the hearts of fans around the world. To many, they were the embodiment of the perfect couple, chemistry on screen and off, united by their love of music, performance, and each other. But behind the glamour of red carpets and television screens were two people navigating the complexities of fame, addiction, and young love. Since Cory's passing, Lea Michele has taken steps to honor his memory while also rebuilding her life. She has continued to act and sing, appeared on Broadway, and recently welcomed a child with her husband Zandy Reich. And while her life has moved forward, the memories of her time with Cory remain etched in her heart. She has never shied away from acknowledging how difficult those early years of grief were. In interviews and social media posts, she has often spoken about the emptiness she felt, the guilt of moving on, and the moments of unexpected sadness that still surface, even over a decade later. But she has also found beauty in remembrance. Events like the Met Gala, which once seemed like an intimidating affair, have become points of reflection for her. Times when she can look back and smile at the love they shared, the milestones they celebrated, and the path they walked together, however brief it may have been. As the 12-year mark approaches, Lee's willingness to speak about Cory and their time together offers a powerful reminder of how grief evolves and how love endures. Through quiet memories, shared stories, and emotional candor, she keeps his spirit alive, not just for herself, but for the countless fans who continue to mourn him alongside her. In her words, it's clear that while life may carry on, the bond she shared with Cory Monteith was unique and unforgettable. Whether it's recalling a magical night at the Met Gala or sitting in her living room as a tour bus plays her most iconic song, every memory carries weight, emotion, and love. And in those memories, Cory still walks beside her,